Peace, YouTube. What it do? It's your boy Justice Shabazz. Another video, and I just, I had to chime in on this Kyle Rittenhouse situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, End of the day, they ain't gonna tell you, but this is all written. Like far as the system, the municipal system. Because I mean, you got to look at it. It's how you sell the story. Like everybody's seen Devil's Advocate, and if you haven't, you need to watch that movie. The Devil's Advocate breaks down how it's not about who's guilty, who's not guilty. It's about who paints the better story. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really looking at this Kyle Rittenhouse situation because I know he's going to get off. Because number one, he's a European, and the story is going to be painted that he was protecting lives and protecting businesses. He had a legal gun, and he was a minor, period. He should not have been able to get away with the situation. But white supremacy is a global thing, and people got to realize it's not always about white and black, but most of the time it is. I'm sorry. We got to see through the BS. You got to remember always, okay? And I'm not going to dibble and dabble just in black and white. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to go, to the real situation. But look at the laws. Black people, brown people was considered, was it 3/5? 1/3, 3/5? I believe it's 3/5 of a human being. So black people didn't even have rights. Just look at the Dred Scott case. So my thing, even though this ain't got to do with black, but it does, because when you're dealing with, global dominance, and I said this in the other video, European individuals who made the Constitution, who made the laws, of course, they're going to protect their people for the most part. So it's like, why should we expect anything other than Kyle Rittenhouse getting off? Because that's what America's about when it comes to certain individuals. Because you go back to the Kyrie Irving, Aaron Rodgers situation. Kyrie gets villainized because he didn't take the vaccine, and he's a black man. But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, they're going to talk about him, because they have to do that. But end of the day, Aaron Rodgers got a slap on the wrist. Let's be honest. In his eyes, he did nothing wrong. And it's like, how dare he quote MLK when it had nothing to do. His quote, "You're a privileged European that broke protocol, but you got a little slap on the wrist, but you're going to compare Martin Luther King, a black man who fought for civil rights of a ethnicity as a whole and was assassinated, but you're going to use one of his quotes, which he quoted, he misinterpreted, he misquoted it because he left out a part of it. He said one part, but he left out a whole other part. You follow laws when they're unconstitutional, when they're justifiable, but he left out another part. But the point I'm getting at is, when are we going to be surprised? I mean, why would you be surprised? But when are we going to realize the system is not designed for black and brown people, regardless of your stature, regardless of your money, they're looking at one thing. They're looking at your, DNA, looking at your, complexion. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. And, they're going to vilify most people when it comes to us. They're going to, what's the DA's job? To dig up your past and to make it look, 10 times worse than it is. But anyway, I just want to say about this Kyle Rittenhouse thing before I get done with this video, because this is going to be brief, is he's going to get off. And as you can see, he was losing his case, I believe. He was losing on, in the courtroom. So now he goes on the stand crying. He's being a Karen. You know what I'm saying? He's crying, being emotional. Even if he gets charged, they're going to say probably insanity, which means he won't get no jail time, just maybe go to a detention center. So it's like, slap on the wrist is what's going to happen end of the day. After he murdered people, and they're going to say he was a hero. Really, he was a vigilante, okay? Or some people could call him a terrorist, whatever. Don't be surprised if he gets off. You got regular policemen killing civilians, unarmed civilians on camera, and they get vacations. Kaepernick was been talking about that. So it's like, when are we going to be surprised? I mean, when are you going to realize that, this is the rules of the world. But it's not always black and white, because you got to look at this system, okay? Right now, being that this arm candy is forced, even you got Europeans are protesting and rallying against this, because people know it's not right. People know morally what's right and wrong, but some people just choose to not pay attention to it when it don't affect them. Mainly the privileged. They don't want to talk about, we know cops are killing blacks, we know this and that, because it's going to jeopardize and compromise their entitlement. You know what I'm saying? I want to see one white person stand up and speak out and willing to put their job and life on the line to stand up for black and brown people that's being unjust things done to them. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I'm sure there's people out there, but those are the ones that they push away, or you don't hear about them as much. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get off. It's just a matter of time before you hear the verdict come out. And should we be surprised? No. But I just want to say peace, everybody. Protons, electrons always cause explosion. Peace, man, woman, and child. Peace to all the human families of the planet Earth. Have a beautiful day. America, United Snakes of America. What did you expect? Peace.